G'day and welcome to the heritage township of Hahndorf, tucked away in the Adelaide Hills just to the northeast of the South Australian capital. Now, this is one of South Australia's top tourist attractions, but of course this state has plenty more in store for visitors, and from the fabulous Flinders ranges all the way to incomparable Kangaroo Island. In this video, we bring you tips for 10 amazing things to do in South Australia. In this video, we'll deep dive into Hahndorf's fascinating German heritage. Pound the pavement on a walking tour of Adelaide. Taste some top drops in the Barossa Valley. Walk with sea lions at Kangaroo Island's Seal Bay. Fly high over Kati Thanda-Lake Eyre. Go below in opal mining capital Coober Pedy. And much more. But before we roll, take a moment to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more inspiring travel ideas. We kick off this video in the South Australian capital, Adelaide, which has a huge amount to offer as a travel destination. A walking tour is a great way to orientate yourself on a first visit, and I know exactly who to speak to on that score.
My name is Katina. I am the owner and director of Flamboyance Tours, and we operate walking tours across Adelaide city centre. Adelaide is a really walkable city. I think it would be one of the most walkable cities in Australia, if not anywhere. And to be able to see everything in such close proximity is super easy, super convenient, and it's just really fun. You see a lot of things on walking tours that you wouldn't be able to see by going on a coach or doing it another way. The Welcome to Adelaide tour is what I call the quintessential tour of Adelaide. It shows all of the essentials, everything from our major shopping strip Rundle Mall through to Town Hall, Parliament House, finishing up at the Central Market where you can then further explore one of Adelaide's, food meccas.
Situated an hour's drive north of Adelaide, the Barossa Valley needs little introduction as a wine region and is home to around 80 cellar doors. It makes a great day trip from the city, and we're leaving the driving and decisions on which wineries to visit to the experts at Taste the Barossa.
G'day, my name's JR. I'm a tour guide for Taste the Barossa. We do tours up to the Barossa Valley, McLaren Vale and the Adelaide Hills. Well, the valley's around 25 kilometres long from north to south. It's Australia's most well-known wine region. It's a premier red wine region, although we do a few white varieties here as well. So first up we have Chateau Yoldara, which is the southern end of the Barossa Valley. It's probably been around since the 1940s. Beautiful old property, a gorgeous old building. We do a little flight there of about 5 to 6 wines. Then on to Peter Lehmann wines. We do a tasting at Peter Lehmann's. Some beautiful wines there, including the sparkling Shiraz. And we do a lovely platter tasting there as well afterwards, like a ploughman's platter. We call it the Weybridge platter. We then travel to Lambert Estate, which is where we are right now. Lambert Estate is a small boutique style winery. It's owned by a lovely couple, Jim and Pam Lambert, originally from the States. We finish off right up into the northern sector of the Barossa to Wolf Blass, one of the biggest producers in the region, and we will do a tasting there. And they'll tend to bring out a lot of the varietals that we don't see in the bottle shops.
Alrighty, well, welcome to a rather windswept and chilly Kangaroo Island, 14 kilometres off the coast of South Australia, but a world away in terms of the wildlife viewing opportunities, the artisanal food and wine scene. So much to see and do here on the island, including amazing Seal Bay. We'll be back here a little later on, but right now, let's check out the remarkable rocks.
Located in Flinders Chase National Park, the Remarkable Rocks are a collection of giant natural sculptures that wouldn't look out of place in New York's Metropolitan Museum of Art. KI is renowned for its wildlife viewing opportunities, and back at Seal Bay, one of the island's signature experiences awaits you. Accompanied by a Parks SA ranger, you'll head down to the beach to observe the resident colony of Australian sea lions. There are no fences at Seal Bay. It's just you and the sea lions, some of them up to a whopping 350 kilograms in weight. Back on the mainland, the town of Burra is located in mid-north SA and is famous for its 19th century Cornish copper mining heritage.
Now, at the height of production here in the mid-1800s, the monster mine in Burra produced around 5% of the world's entire supply of copper. Pretty amazing when you think about it for this tiny town in the middle of South Australia. For that reason, it was added to the National Heritage List, and the wealth generated by the mine is on display right across the town centre. Definitely worth spending a day or two exploring both the mining heritage but also the town itself. Really stunning.
Burra is also home to arguably one of South Australia's best country pubs. Swing by the Bon Accord, which is packed with period character and offers a menu of classic pub faves. Kick back, relax and enjoy. A 4-hour drive north of Burra will bring you to the epic Flinders Ranges, estimated to be some 600 million years old. Rich in ancient geological features, this place is a magnet for outdoor enthusiasts. And we're staying at Rawnsley Park Station, which offers a number of 4-wheel drive tour options. We sign up for wallabies, rocks and copper, and our first stop is Razorback Lookout, which overlooks the sprawling Kangaroo Valley. From there, we hit the Burkina Gorge Geological Trail, stopping en route to see the resident colony of yellow-footed rock wallabies. Our guide points out the fossilised remains of some much older life forms, the planet's earliest reef-building marine dwellers, which evolved during the Cambrian period, roughly 500 million years ago. Arriving in the town of Blinman, population 27, we make our way to the North Blinman Hotel for lunch, before heading underground on a tour of the heritage Blinman mine. It provides another fascinating insight into the lives of the predominantly Cornish miners and their families. +200 kilometres up the Outback Highway, Maree is best known as the start of the Oodnadatta Track. It's also the spot to book a scenic flight over nearby Lake Eyre. Now, this is something I've wanted to do for years, and we're soon airborne and winging our way west over the vast expanse of the SA Outback. Our pilot provides commentary throughout the trip, and the blinding brilliance of Lake Eyre soon comes into view. It almost feels like we're flying over the Antarctic. I can't recommend this experience highly enough, and we even get a bird's eye view of the enigmatic Maree man en route back to town. 370 kilometres northwest of Maree by 4-wheel drive or on tar along the Stuart Highway. Coober Pedy is Australia's opal mining capital. Mines dot the landscape like giant molehills, and Yamuna Opal Miner Museum shares the history of the town's mining industry. Housed in a disused mine, the museum's informative displays are free to see, and you can opt to do a guided tour of the maze of tunnels. You'll walk through a traditional dugout or underground home and learn the difference between hand-dug and machine-dug mines. Wrap up your visit with a browse in the gift shop for some of nature's best bling.
Now, up on the surface, Coober Pedy has an almost lunar-like feel. It's a very, very arid landscape, and it's not hard to visualise yourself walking on some far-flung alien planet. And in fact, a number of sci-fi films have been filmed here, including, of course, our own Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome with Mel Gibson and Tina Turner. Back in 2000, you had Red Planet with Val Kilmer. And just over my shoulder, you can see a piece of space junk from Pitch Black, also filmed in 2000 with Vin Diesel, and it makes for an epic selfie.
We wind up this whirlwind tour of SA back in Hahndorf, where German Lutherans established themselves in the late 1830s. Hahndorf has a rich artistic tradition, and a short drive from town will bring you to the Cedars, the former home of German-born Australian landscape artist Hans Heysen. He purchased the house and gardens in 1912 and lived and worked here for the rest of his life. Today, the home and Heysen studio are open to the public on a guided basis, and they provide a window into the life of this prodigious painter and early conservationist, one of the first European artists to actively engage with the Australian landscape. This is the Adelaide Hills, so you'll get some great views during your visit. But arguably the best can be found at the Mount Lofty Summit Lookout, just a 20 or so minute drive from Hahndorf. Soak in the sublime vistas of the city, coast and countryside. For more ideas for great things to do in fabulous South Australia, just head to our website.